So Sandy W out in Langhorne, new customer, wants a price on mowing as well as a cleanup kind of mulch install type of deal. So starting up front, it is a main road. It's Humeville. It's not the busiest road in the world. The driveway's long but somewhat tight, so you definitely can back into it if you wanted, or just kind of park on the street. Make sure you get some cones out, put the four ways on, all that stuff. Whatever you want to do is probably fine. He's real cool too. If you want to, like, he's got like a parking lot back here, you can pull back there too, whatever's easiest. So anyway, starting in the front, he's basically looking for just kind of cleaning up the front landscape. Not super like detailed on anything, just wanted to kind of clean up from an eyesore standpoint. So I would say, like, use your judgment as you go here, but like weed out this stone here where the drainage is. All these weeds kind of pull out. You'll see all these weeds poking up through the juniper, pull them out. You got like a vine growing here, a vine growing there, just kind of pull all that stuff out. Anything you see that's like brown and dead, if you can just hand snip it out or cut it out in some way. And then I would just take a blower, 90-10 or whatever, blow out these beds pretty good. I think there's a lot of leaves and such in here that haven't got cleaned out in a while, so try to blow them out really well. Just clean up this area. No trimming or anything of the tree or anything like that. No trimming of the bush unless you ask for it. Same thing here, you know, some weeds popping up, pull them out. Some of that brown stuff, just cut it out. Just looking to clean it up. I would also probably take a string trimmer and just like edge out this juniper here on the ground, and maybe toss a little bit of mulch along the border of it. And then you got leaves and stuff to clean out in here. These, I would just cut these, like the ones that are budded, I would leave them alone, but all this like brown dead hay stuff, you can cut that back. And then you got like a little vine here growing up, you can cut that back. This whole walkway, I would just hook them up. I didn't mention or anything, but just string trim out the weedy growth growing in the cracks here of the walkway. Up here, got some weeds. Might have a couple vines that are maybe poison. So what we can do is, if he accepts mowing, maybe we can just spot spray these a little bit before we come out for the landscaping. If not, doesn't look like a ton, so I wouldn't be super concerned. Just make sure you're covered up, have them wrist things on, maybe just to be on the safe side. But you got leaves and stuff in here. Blow out all the leaves, and then you have all this growth in here. You can bust it out, clear all this out. There's a vine on the house, you can pull that off, and then just toss mulch all in here, black mulch. This whole area, you got leaves, blow all that out, cut all this down, mulch it. Got a weed there, yank that, mulch it. I'm gonna price it separate, but shrub tear out. So these two shrubs here, just ripping them clean. I told him we will most likely just put a truck in the driveway, hook up chains to it. Might need 2 sets of chains probably. And then rip them clean. He said if he knows in advance, he'll even just soak the area with some water to try to loosen up the ground. And I told him if for some reason we can't yank these out clean, we'll cut them down really low, and then we'll price it separately for a separate trip to have the stumps grinded. But anyway, rip them clean, then clean up this whole area and just fresh mulch. I don't think he's ever had mulch specifically right here. But if we just like blow this area out of the leaves and clean up, and then weed out the weeds and the stones here, probably is good. But I wouldn't put mulch there unless he wants it. I think it's just like kind of like a drain area, so don't worry about mulch. But up here, you can bust out all that growth, all this growth in here, clean all that up, and then definitely mulch that area. And that's it. And then here's the access that I'm talking about. So you can pull down here if his cars are here or not. You could probably even maybe turn around down here if you wanted. I'm sure if you went on the grass a little bit, he wouldn't lose it. And that's it.